All right, we're live. What's going on, guys? Al Freddy here from Blend Logic. I'm going to be covering how to set up your YouTube and AdWords so that you guys can start doing the research necessary to grow your channel. So a lot of times with the clients I work with, they're not necessarily sure what to make their YouTube videos on, or they I think one of the biggest factors that stops people from actually diving into it is the lack of perspective of knowing that, you know, quite frankly, with YouTube ads, you have the opportunity to grow a lot of people's businesses. And so, for example, yesterday I was working on doing not only just Facebook ads for my parents at Hula Dogs, but I was also researching and implementing how to do Google SEO AdWords, Google AdWords, and you know, I'm making some videos so we can launch YouTube because, quite frankly, the amount of I guess the amount of free exposure you could get is actually just blows my mind sometimes. But this is also for people in the academy. I know I haven't made some posts lately. I've been traveling. So I wanted to make this content for you guys so you watch it at your own time. A little bit about me. I focus in basketball and I guess fitness and health industries. And I've been working with clients such as Jordan Lawley, David Nurse now, and we're basically game planning how to grow exposure for your brand. So I just want to double check, make sure I got all my hotkeys set up before I go into it. All right, cool. So I get into the software that I use for my live streams. But for those of you just starting out, either working for your own clients or building your own channel, you know, you just do the phone in your pocket. It's perfectly fine enough to get started. So let's get started. So what I'm going to be talking about is setting up your YouTube channel. I should silence this so don't get distracted. My watch just went off. Setting up your YouTube channel, setting up the AdWords account, how to link them all together, basically some elementary stuff really, but I'm showing you pictures step by step, and also I'm going to put it on my blog. I'm going to write that up later on the exact steps to do it. So like I said, the equipment I use, and then really this is where I think the bread and butter, if you guys are not keto like me, or taking bread. That's a terrible joke. Anyways, targeting capabilities, because what you guys can do is actually see what people are searching for, and I'm going to get into that as the last part, so make sure to take notes. So I just found out that PowerPoint can do these sick transitions. One of my friends actually recommended I use, what is it, Prezi, but it costs to do that, and you know, I'm all about that minimal viable product. Because something you do actually is do these Zoom setups, if I got it working. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So for those of you who don't have a YouTube or don't have a YouTube channel, most of you guys, the clients I work with, you at least have a Gmail account. One of the first things you want to do when setting up your YouTube channel is you can actually go on YouTube. Well, if you don't have a Google account, so you just sign up for Google and create the YouTube channel. But specifically, you know, some of you may have multiple channels, or if you're just starting your first channel, you want to go to the settings tab, the top right, click on your account, and you're able to create new channels for your brand, for your business. So it's in the settings in the account, and I recommend you guys start doing YouTube. I know I talked about how to implement Facebook ads, which is still a tool in the toolbox, and I still use it, but they have different purposes, and they have different strengths and benefits. Just like with SEO, so actually I would say like YouTube integrated with SEO. So one of the biggest factors when using SEO, or what I'll show you in the YouTube targeting, is you could actually target people based on intent, which is different from Facebook, because you know, with Facebook, you just go on their news feed. You can get pretty targeted, and it's kind of disgusting how crazy it is. But with YouTube, if they're searching for, I don't know, like the NBA Finals every night, if they were going to search, I don't know if you guys saw it with the J.R. Smith. There's a bunch of memes. But let's say you were like a T-shirt maker making a bunch of memes. You could search, you know, what the popular memes are, and then it would literally show you I guess what other people are searching for. So that's one of the cool things about Google. Personalize your channel. So I get more into detail on this for the purposes of this presentation. You know, the biggest things that you want to talk about is literally your icon and the banner. They have some crazy formats, so I'd recommend going on Fiverr. You just Fiverr, search that up. It's how you can outsource a lot of your material. But when you do that, you want to look for people who can make the YouTube banner, because they're used to making the different formats for mobile and desktop. And then the next thing I want to talk about, or actually the first thing I should have talked about, was verifying your channel. So with your channel, the reasons you would want to verify is because, one, you could go above 15 minutes. So if you guys have long form, or when you start making your ads, you want to be able to do that. And then, you know, of course, you could try to get monetization from your channel. Cannot pronounce right now. And then the second thing with verifying is it lets you do live streaming. So, you know, I'm kind of throwing in all the stacks there. Most of the time when you're just starting out, if, for example, for my basketball clients, I talked about social media, how to use Instagram, how to use Facebook. But the second thing is getting into the long form media. And really you get to be able to trend stack, because a lot of times when you go into, let's say, the education entertainment market, you're going to have to make videos longer than 5 minutes or longer than an Instagram 1-minute video. Right, so let's get into the AdWords setup. All right, so any of you guys watching online, or if you guys are watching on replay, where's my mouse? Can't see it. Yeah, just hit me up with any questions you guys got. And of course, in the academy, you guys can always send me the private messages, and or leave a comment on that, and I'll be quick to respond. So basically, what Google AdWords is it's there's a lot of tools out there that you guys might be using, like SEMrush, SERPstat. But it all stems from Google AdWords, because they release content for free on basically the amount of people who are searching, you know, using Google to search for specific things. So if you go on adwords.google.com, just click the start now. You can go to it right now, and this is what it looks like. You set it up. You can create different accounts for it. So for those of you just starting, I would recommend, or if you're small business, you set it up and you can actually have account managers so that you can have people advertising on your behalf. Something I do with a lot of my clients. Or if you're setting yourself up as a YouTube specialist for your agency. Alright, so yeah. The last thing you want to do is link your AdWords account to your YouTube, right? So if you just go to your channel, right, in advanced, I'll get into this later. So it actually defaults into allowing advertisements to run alongside your videos. That's basically how a lot of people with channels, they think about monetizing their channel. There's a lot of other ways you can do that. But this is actually gets people, when you're ticked for this thing, it's actually how we use AdWords to find specific blog networks or YouTube channels that could help us grow our own brand or our client's brand. But when you click on the link to link the AdWords account, it simply just brings up a pop-up, and it lets you do that. So launching the YouTube channel, I'm just going to get a brief overview on the equipment I use. So what you guys are seeing right now, this footage of me is, this is recorded off a Sony a6000. If I was going to go back and redo it, I'd probably get a different device. I'd probably get a Panasonic GH5, because if you start doing YouTube for vlogging, the Sony actually doesn't have the flip-up camera, so you can't at least see your framing when you're going to be doing that stuff. But no worries, because I have a Blackmagic monitor device. So another thing that you'll find when you start searching for DSLRs is that you can only do 30 minutes at a time. And then literally the video cuts out. So the way around that is you buy the monitor and you could actually record as long as your battery lasts. So, you know, if you start looking up all this stuff, I'm going to put it on my blog. It gets quite expensive, but I just want you guys to know that, you know, this was a gradual process when building up my agency, building up my business. Is, you know, you just buy stuff one step at a time, and you always want to have the mindset of ROI, right? If I purchase this thing, what ROI could I get out of it? You know, something I picked up from networking and all the videos I've watched helping me start my own agency is, I would say, really having the engineering mindset. If you guys follow MKBHD, he actually made a post on Reddit. Someone asked him, or just to let you guys know from it, let me see if I bring up his channel. I think he has so many followers. Let me get up here. MKBHD, he's a tech reviewer, probably the most famous known. He has, let's take a look, 6.2 million followers. It's crazy. And you know, he did an AMA on Reddit, and he basically said, someone asked him if he had film school experience. He said he did not, but he came from an engineering background. And basically the idea is, like with anything in life, the more you practice it, you'll get better. And so he spent 7 years recording, getting better at his entertainment, his photography, cinematography. And yeah, that's what I would say for you guys starting out. It's one step at a time, but I recommend you start now. Start your YouTube channel. Like, I'm just starting out. I don't even have that many followers, but I have clients, right? And I have to showcase to them the potential that they're missing out on. And one of the best teachers is leading by example, right? So this is why I'm making it. It's for them. So I can send them this material. If you guys need any of this camera equipment, you know, you can see some of my stuff is kind of advanced, even with this touch screen. But before I was doing it with that, you know, I just had a typical diesel pad. What else do I have to say on equipment? One of the things that I kind of regret getting, I bought these light bulb. Let me see if I can get on the screen. I'm just gonna literally, hopefully this doesn't mess up my framing. I bought like these studio lights, but they're based on bulbs, and they're really clunky and hard to actually like set up. If I was gonna redo it, I bought these later. The newer CN 160s. They actually are way smaller, way brighter, and yeah, that's what I recommend. You can check it out on the blog when I write it up. Now the software. So what you guys are seeing right now on YouTube, yeah, I'm still live, yeah, is OBS software. There's a lot of alternatives like Wirecast or Livestream Studio, but they're kind of expensive, so I go with the free one, OBS. And then I was mentioning to you guys that, you know, if you guys want to go live but didn't want to have the recordings, you guys could just use your iPhone. And then there's a software called Air Server where you can mirror it to your computer. And then you could use OBS to pick up that mirror. And you could literally just be using the iPhone that you have to shoot live. Or even just download YouTube Live. I think the app natively has it. But all of the stuff I do, I talk about in the academy, and I'll mentor you guys on this, is in my one-on-one mentoring, is like how I do Pixelmator to make kind of these YouTube thumbnails or Facebook thumbnails, and then I'll go over how to do Final Cut Pro. Won't be in this video, but I'm making the content as we speak. Alright guys, so we finally made it. Anyone have any questions? Some of you are live. If you have any questions, just hit me up on the chat. Let's see if anyone's texting me. Sometimes my girlfriend's texting me, what am I recording? YouTube monetization strategies. Money-making strategies. Right? I think one of the biggest things that people are missing out on is the amount of research and targeting that you can do. I'm oversimplifying it, but it doesn't have to be more complicated than it is. So when I show you the tools, it's Google AdWords and keyword planning. You'll see just how crazy it is, like the amount of power you guys have to target people. All right, so there's basically, before we get into how to do the YouTube advertising, I want to get you guys caught up on the type of advertisements that are possible. There's more than 3, but we try to stick to these for my clients. But I would say probably the best one there is right now, is if you're just getting started out, frozen, is these in-stream ads. All right, so the cool thing about in-stream ads, if you guys are reading this text, I'm gonna even like circle this. This is straight from Google. When a viewer watches 30 seconds of your video, whichever comes first, or if your video ad is less than 30 seconds, that's when you pay, right? So literally, let's see if I, oh, what am I doing? Oh, I messed up, guys. Literally, if people watch, you know those like 5-second snippets and then they click skip ad because no one likes watching ads? But it's literally free exposure, right? So you could literally keep practicing and practicing and practicing until you're finally able to convert people to stick around from 5 seconds to watch hopefully 29 seconds, so you still don't have to pay but get your message across. But yeah, you could literally just millions, or not, I mean, I'll show you in Keyword Ads Planner, but you could literally, like for Hula Dogs, my parents' restaurant, we're targeting people in Grovetown. I've been researching like the areas around there, the businesses around there, and you usually target, or at least on Facebook, you target like if their job title is that, but you could kind of think about what people would be wanting to search for, like you know, happy hour specials or stuff like that. Send them a YouTube ad, just literally show them a burger, right? And be like, and then if they hit skip ad, it's still in their mind, like eat Hula Dogs. So that's probably one of the things that people are sleeping on, if I were to say getting into paid advertising. I don't know if I can get this on the camera. There's literally a billboard. I see this billboard every day outside my window, and I was actually, my roommate, I think he's here. This door closed. He used to work in radio, right? And I've talked about this before about radio. Let's see if I can pull it up. Right? Why you want to do Facebook compared to old forms of media, right? I was talking to my parents, I was talking to other business owners I meet, and they talk about how they try to do traditional marketing like direct mail or radio, right? And he said that for radio, you pay $380, right? Remember this fact, guys. $380 for 30 seconds spot. So who's familiar with my channel, what I've been doing in the academy, about how you split test and how you have analytics and track and then you make various types of ads. I don't think I have the content available to show you. I literally made 5 different ad sets for my parents, and it was literally just testing like where should I put the text in the picture, like which corner, and then like what I should say. Like should I say the Big Kahuna 1 pound burger, or should I just say 20 pounds off? And so, for example, with the radio ad, right, you're paying a shit ton of money for 30 seconds, and you don't even know if it worked or not, and you don't even know if people heard it or listened to it. And it's the same thing with billboards. It's the same thing with direct mail, like the stuff you immediately throw away. What is going on? Can't make a new thing, right? And the problem is, it's just if you guys have read the Disruption, what is the book called? Blanking right now, guys. It's like the Disruption article. I'll pull it up in the blog. It basically talks about how technology is always disrupting current businesses. And so literally what you had in radio is just old technology. Because what they were able to do with radio, and when marketers took it over, right, you broadcast something to a specific area code. right? So this is mine in Atlanta, right? And you have to, when you do radio, you have to be very or what is the word I'm looking for? You have to be, your radio game a total ripoff right now, says Paul. He's actually watching this right now. You literally have to be so broad with your audience. You speak in general terms in advertising. You try to speak to the masses. You can't directly target people, right? But with Facebook ads and what I'll show you in YouTube ads is you could literally say, hey, you working at John Deere, we're doing a neighbor special. I mean, this is literally something I'm building out for my parents. I know you work in the area as us. Do you want to get a neighbor discount for being our neighbor? Take 20% off, right? You can't say that in a radio ad. Why is 97 on the board? Right? You can't say that. And the same goes with direct mail. The same goes with television spots. You can't get the hyper-targetedness that you can with Facebook. And I guess when I was talking to one of my clients about this with David, he was saying that people don't like ads because it's like they feel like it doesn't relate to them. It doesn't matter to them. So once you start realizing that you really understand your client's problems and then their demographic and their problems, then they start realizing just how many people they could help. Because at the end of the day, right, at least with the people I choose to work with, fitness brands, basketball brands, yoga brands, life coaches, right? It's about getting your message across so that you can help more people, and that's really what it's about. So let me get back to the presentation. PowerPoint slideshow. Cool. Oh, got it. Didn't you guys notice how it's crooked? How my TV is crooked? It actually bothers me, and I haven't been able to fix it yet. I'm trying to figure out what's up with that. So, in-display ads. So these are the ones that appear, like if you're watching a YouTube ad, the WordPress SEO, this one's beginner guides, and you actually pay for that, right? So I would only recommend, if you're just starting off, you're completely new to ads, if you're trying to do it yourself, or you're trying to do it for your clients, don't even choose in-display, because they're going to be paying, and unless you're converting, they're not going to be happy, right? Bumper ads, these are unskippable. Once again, you want to only use this if, what is going on? I'm trying to get back to my presentation. You only want to use bumper ads if you know that your ad is converting, right? And one of the easiest ways to do that is to, test beforehand, right? You want to test your ad before you pay for it so that you know that people are going through your funnel, and really this is just a different form of distribution, right? So let me see if I can draw out for you guys what I was talking about. Right, so in-display ads, or at least these are the types of YouTube ads, right? So you have the YouTube one, and the in-display, and then the bumper, right? You can literally get 30 seconds for free. The rest of them you have to pay for. And they should all go to your funnel page, right? So if you guys don't know what funnels are, or sales funnels, they're basically pages where the only purpose of that page is to get an action out of the user. So you typically see them have like a headline, click here button to download, right? So you should already know that for every 1,000 people that go to your site or go to your funnel, that you're at least, and your end product can cover the cost, right? So if it takes $1, right, to get someone from YouTube onto this page, then you better believe that you should not start sending ads unless you know. I mean, I try to 10x stuff, right? that when someone reaches this page, someone reaches that funnel, they're giving you $10, right? So that's why you have people on YouTube spending millions of dollars, thousands of dollars, you know, I mean, depending on where you're at, because they know that when someone comes in, they're going to make profit, right? So what I ran for my parents, the 20% off our Big Kahuna burger, I think sometimes I hit the screen too hard, guys. All right, our cost per click, and there's other things that you can look at, and it's kind of the same between both platforms, Facebook and YouTube. But we were getting, yeah, I'm still running this ad right now. I should change my hotkey so that doesn't appear. For further notes, right? But we're getting cost per click of like 43 cents for someone to click the coupon. And our funnels are really simple. They're literally, if you go to this page, give me your email address so I can send you a coupon and you get 20% off, right? And we have a $12 burger, right? And we give 20% off. Can't do the math right now. Was that like about $2 off, right? Makes it like $10. We're paying 43 cents for someone to spend $10 on our burger, right? Before I was like doing all this stuff, like for example, my mom's clinic, she did direct mail at my church, St. Teresa's Catholic Church in Augusta. They have like a bulletin. Or most churches do, right? And then you see ads. I don't think my parents did newspaper, but I know for sure they did this church ad. And they're paying like $2.50 for every Sunday for people to like look at the ads, right? I mean, there's literally no, like, if you guys can tell me a better alternative than paying 43 cents to get $10, let me know. Because then I'll just start making content on that, right? And I'll get into this impressions thing. But it's literally the opportunity to help businesses find exposure. You know, just being able to set up sales funnels, knowing how to use Facebook ads and quickly implement it for them. Right, so I mean, let's talk about this impression, right? So one of the last ones I had, we were getting 500 people. Okay, before I get into impressions, another cool thing you could do with Facebook or YouTube ads is if it's not working, you just turn it off, right? Like the radio ad that my roommate told me about, $300 for 30 seconds. Like you have to call them and say, hey, I don't want my ad ran anymore. Or for a billboard, you gotta call them and take it down. Literally, you just say, pause my ad, I don't want to send it anymore, I don't want to spend any more money. But with $500, or for $5, right? When you're initially testing, you want to do $5 a day, $10 a day, or $20 a day. But you literally just set the daily limit you want to put. So we were getting 500 impressions, which is basically people becoming aware of hula dogs, but they didn't click the link. And we were getting $43 for like a lead to get in. And so what I'm going to show you is how to do that on YouTube, because I've talked before about Facebook and actually some of the cool ways that you can do it for free. So let me pull up Keyword Planner. Let me see if I was on the right spot in my slide. That Zoom thing's sick. I'm liking that. What's going on, guys? Who's live right now? See you guys watching the stream. Hit me up with any questions. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I remember one time I did a stream, someone was like, is this live? Like, does live mean live? And they're like, touch your nose or something. And I was like, okay, I'm going to touch my nose. Anyways, back to the presentation. All right. Keywords is basically kind of like SEO, right? But it's how you can do intent, right? So if someone says sore back, I'm helping my friend grow his platform, PA platform, see, I even messed up in my head. PT platform. PA platform is my other friend in Augusta. She's running her blog on how to do get into PA school. But you know, this thing's synonymous, right? Sore back, stretches, all that stuff. Someone's looking for it. They want the answer. And if you guys could deliver the YouTube ad or the, you know, if you could get your blog, that gets into SEO. I'm not going to cover that. It's search engine optimization. And then actually with placement, so you could actually tell people, or tell Google exactly where to send your ad. If you do enough research, it's basically like common sense type of stuff. Where you won't, like, if you, for my basketball trainers watching this, just put an ad on a basketball YouTube video or a basketball blog, right? So yeah, keyword planner. Let's get into it. I put the example PA versus MD because I was actually a competitor with the PA platform. Where is keyword planner? Right there. Right, so this is keyword planner. This is the old version. If you go to tools, it's right there. Keyword planner displays up right there. So PA versus MD in Atlanta. Like, you'd even choose the location that you could get your research from. Where's this line? I'm sure I'm appearing good. Right? Competition low. Volume, 2,000 people a month. And it literally gives you examples, right? So if you search this, like, not only is this blogging ideas, like what to write for your next blog post, but this is literally like also what you could do for your next video. I don't know if I'm too dark. Let me know if I'm too dark on the screen, guys. All right, nurse practitioner versus physician's assistant. 6,000 people a month. It might not seem like a lot, but if I told you like the difference between Instagram influencer and what the PA platform and the numbers of views it gets, it blows my mind, the amount of the power that what she set up in 3 years to do for SEO. It's literally crushing at least what the Instagram influencers, at least from my experience with my client Jordan. I would start doing this now. Like, that's why I recommended to them they write a blog and start starting now, because there's no other way to get besides paying for it, of course. But yeah, let's put in fitness. Get ideas. Right? So you also find that if you guys are actually not running a campaign, which is, I think I mentioned this, you guys want to skip the tour because it kind of locks your account. But I actually paused my account because for my parents, at least, because we are going to start testing the next ad set on Monday. But look at this right here. Fitness. 1 million people checking it out. Tells you the competition's low. Suggested bid $1. Right? So if you had, like for example, Jordan's 30-day transform, technically he's branching off into the fitness market. Literally, if he puts an ad out for that, for people who are into fitness on YouTube or, for your blog for SEO, you'll pay $1. His program's $175. Right? Some of the stuff we did, he just did it from Instagram influencing, or not influencing, Instagram marketing, right? Because he has such an awesome channel, awesome Instagram channel, right? But theoretically, from the system standpoint, you guys would pay $1 for a click. And we just, the landing page that we set up for Jordan's is pretty simple. It's just a YouTube video and then literally instructions on how to do it. How does it rate competition? It rates it when you click the question box. Oh. And it literally tells you how to do it. Right? Basically, it's the amount of people who are putting out stuff. So if you have the total volume versus the amount of people actually trying to buy that keyword or that volume, that is what it rates it as. All right, so good question, Paul, even though you're right over there, my roommate. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, very powerful, but when you combine it with YouTube and the fact that you could advertise for 30 seconds for free, like, I was literally considering making an ad where I'm like, hey, skip this ad right now. Do not watch this ad. And kind of would explain to them why, so I don't have to pay, and now everyone knows my face. I mean, I might actually do that ad just to see what happens, because, I mean, fuck it, why not? Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how you can actually find channels, right? And, for those of you who don't necessarily want to pay, one of the things that I started out in my career when I reached out to Jordan Lawley, he gets sponsorships now, but it's literally always leading with value, right? The fact that I know how to do this advertising, the fact that I know, the fact that I know how to do this advertising, the fact that I know how to do website design, that's just kind of how I reached out. But it starts with the hustle, right? Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this all the time. If you don't have money to pay, then just email them directly. And actually what I'm going to show you is ways that you could find people in your niche to either reach out to them on YouTube, see if you could do a cross collaboration, or, just reach out to blogs, right? Because more than likely they have a blog. So for those of you who are my clients in basketball, this is Display Planner. You can either search Google, or once you get into AdWords, it's right there. Let's just put in my client's site. Dude, I need hair gel, guys. My hair's falling down. Get ideas. I'm gonna blow your mind, guys. I'm gonna blow your minds away. Just look at what this pulls up. It literally gives you the demographics, male, female, who's watching, who's viewing his site, the age of people, and then it tells you ideas like basketball sport workouts, basketball game. I actually saw him here, like I was doing some research for David. It was like perfect shots. I think I was looking on like how to shoot like Steph Curry, and one of the things was perfect shots. But just so you guys have an idea of who you could reach out to for free, right? Or you could just literally put an ad on their channel, is you go to all ad groups, ad group ideas, all ad groups, and it says right here, videos 1. So these are pre-made groups that people have done or YouTube has aggregated together. All right, so let's go to B-Ball Beast. I literally have no idea who this is. Tells him the demographics of his channel. 50,000 to 100,000 impressions, right? A week. In 1 week. Click this button here. You don't need MKBHD. It's a basketball channel. It's just a basketball channel. But if someone's watching this, like you could make up your own mind and decide if you want to advertise on this channel, and it lets you do that I'll get into it in the next week's training. But, one of them I've seen before is basketball breakdown, where they break down shots, right? So, David, if you're trying to put out shooting videos or a shooting ad to build exposure, right? One way would be to message them and see if you can do it for free. Business inquiries. I'm not a robot. Email address given to you for free. Then all you guys do is the hustle. Just click the email, say, hey, I run a basketball camp. I train Russell Westbrook, right? You're doing that. And get that ad out. 38 minutes. Let's go, guys. Right? Let's go back to Display Planner. Let's find another person we can send ads to. Hoops Madness. Old school basketball. Like, any of these will work. I think I did one earlier. We're at 43,000 subscribers. Even someone with like 4,000 subscribers. It's like more than likely the people... Right, so this one doesn't have his email, but you guys click right here. And you can literally just send them a message. Hoops Madness. Right, so at least for my brand, this is what I've been doing to network, right? What's his name? Doesn't have his name. Hey. Oh, I don't enter. I run a digital marketing agency with a focus in basketball. I don't know if you have any interest in sometimes what I do is like interviews. I need to actually check his channel to see if he's like promoting himself. It looks like he's just putting videos. Like any interest in interviewing and any interest in interviewing for cross collaboration. That's it. Hit send. And just literally do that. Like if you guys don't want to pay money right now to put ads on this guy's website and you're trying to grow your brand or grow exposure or get into influence and marketing, just literally go down the list of all these people running these YouTube channels and they just show you who, like, what the impressions per week are, right? And a lot of times I find that the people that respond are like people who are in the 3,000s range. And you can check out everyone's channel, right? All these people are making channels. Evil Beast, I already did that one. This guy's got a lot of views. I find the ones that are like good for my brand, for cross interviewing, are people who like put themselves out there. And so this is just like a highlights video. And you know, another idea is just make an NBA highlights channel. Huge basketball fan. I study the game like full on hoops nerd. I have a coaching background and I feel helps me notice. I don't own any of the videos. Okay, so let's just hit this guy up. Same thing. Right? Say, hey, we're an agency. Wondering if you'd like to collaborate. Some of my clients include Jordan Lawley. Right? And you may think that, you know, just starting out, if you don't have clients, just be passionate or offer something. Say I do web design, I can make you a website. That's how I started with Jordan. I'm not sure. Whoa, I'm getting crossed up with my mic. I have to turn around. But like, for example, if you know web design or you know how to do email marketing, or I mean, I'm teaching you guys all this stuff in the course, right? So just starting out, I would say, if you're reaching out to these people with 40,000 subscribers, right now I can leverage Jordan's brand because I've taken him on as a client. But for just starting out, you know, I mean, some of you guys are actually like Lysandra. Whoa, my guinea pigs are going crazy. Some of you guys like Lysandra, you have like the Kobe Bryant camp experience. This all stuff that you could leverage. And I talk about how, you know, these are just all ideas that everyone needs to execute on. Either as a marketing agency, do it for your clients or your potential clients, or, you know, you got to do it for yourself. And they always say that the combo or the saying is time is money, right? But if you don't have money, then you guys have a lot of time. You guys have a lot of time to execute and do this stuff, right? I don't have that much money. I mean, I got money, but I have time. And I'm doing this live stream, right? I'm literally showing you guys how to cold DM. I've gotten clients from DMs before. I literally just say, hey, I saw your thing on traveling. I was wondering if you want to do an interview. All right, so that's literally what I'm just gonna say. I came across your channel on YouTube ads. I run an agency like literally this is going live, so he's gonna see me contacting him if he gets that message, or if he like goes to my channel right now, sees I'm live, so be it, right? And that's really what I've got to say, guys. Is, you know, you guys have the opportunity to connect with people across the world and send them messages to see if they have any interest in collaborating. Someone I messaged was the guy who just launched an app, Star Vision. He's working with Harrison Barnes. Who is it? Phil Handy. Right, I saw him on Jordan's channel. I literally DM'd him as soon as I saw it. I don't know if this will appear on screen. He said, hey Phil, J-Law's post sent me here. Hope all is well. He said, thanks for the message. I said what I could do. He said he'll let me know. He'll get back to me. Right? I mean, just offer value, guys. Just like, it goes back to time is money, right? If you don't have a lot of money to send ads to people, then just do this stuff. This is 100% free. AdWords is 100% free. Creating a YouTube channel, 100% free. Reaching out to people on DMs, 100% free, right? And this goes into like the overall strategy I talk about. You know, this is where a lot of people, in my opinion, one of my friends said he wanted to interview me on why I quit my job in BI consulting. Right, this is why. This is where most people are at. Right, I don't really get into social commentary a lot, but this is just from my own experience. This is what I found. That there's a relationship between time and money, where if you get more money, right, you guys want to get more money, most people are trading time for money. They just run out of time. They're literally just working all the time. They don't get to do the things they enjoy doing. You know, I've read several books on this, like The One Thing, where they talk about that the best things in life happen at the edge. Right, so people are like, oh, let me just find like the 9-to-5 that I like and not try to turn my passions into income. I mean, you either try it or you don't, right? If you don't have money, and you guys, oh crap, I did not mean to delete the whole thing. Is there undo? Oh, this thing's pro. If you don't have money, then you have a lot of time. And I just showed you free ways to connect with people. I mean, besides like, Gary Vaynerchuk talks about all the time, just like texting people in DM, but like making a YouTube channel or showing people like how to do stuff, you know, it takes effort, but you gotta get paid, right? And so, you know, the way to disconnect from time versus money, right? Screw that. Uh-oh, didn't work, guys. There it goes. Here's how you trade it. Time gets traded for an asset. This gets traded for money. When Jordan launched his 30-day program, his 30 days transformation guide, or not, I'm getting all mixed up. There's 2 products he launched. He has a transformation guide where he's made 1 year worth of content of how to grow your basketball channel, not your basketball channel, your basketball business. Because from where he came from in Instagram, he talks about how you could use digital marketing. You know, all that stuff is in Trainer's Guide to Success. But from a business model perspective and just a life in general, when you trade time for asset, once you make it, that's it. You're done. You don't have to make content anymore. Once I end this stream, I'm going on for 50 minutes. That's it. It lives on my channel forever, right? One of the most popular videos I made right now was the Tom versus Brady video. I got like 15,000 views on it. I spent an hour just literally reviewing Tom versus Time. And it was part of a thing that I wanted to develop. I was testing out, seeing if because I see people do movie reviews, and I was just like, oh, there's a new Facebook thing out. Let me do a review on Tom versus Time. I mean, you know, I want to get more into like the education and stuff like that, but it was just something I tested, right? And once again, everything is testing so that once I finally get better at, you know, conversation, better at entertainment, better at going live, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? So to get back, so let's say Jordan charges, I think this is his rates, right? 150 to train one person, right? Or let me clear this up for you guys, because I just want to, this goes for every basketball trainer. This is why you guys should make assets, digital assets that are infinitely scalable, right? This will motivate you guys to, you know, do whatever is necessary to make this happen. Because I know for not just my basketball clients, but it's like the thing where it's like, you know, you don't have time, right? I think it's just all a motivation thing, right? And if it's not, correct me, leave a comment below, right? J-Law, his business model, 150 for one person. I think this is his rates. You can see it on his site. Or he does like 100 for his camps. Let's say he goes like 5 to 20 people, right? Literally the most he can make is if he gets a full camp 20, it's $2,000 for a camp. It takes 2 hours to run the camp. $1,000 an hour, right? We made... How do I scroll on this? Nice. Literally, the first day we launched, we made $10,000 on his 30-day program. And we keep making sales. How long did it take him to record this? How long did it take him to make these assets? Right? Well, he trained for 30 days. He got, he just worked out, recorded himself, and then made education material on it, right? But, sure, we'll put 30 hours. Just for, you don't have to do a 30-day program. He has other programs that he's made, but literally, this is a one-time 30-hour investment. And this is just on the first day, right? The first day we launched this. Literally since then, we've launched, and he keeps making sales on... It's not time anymore. This is an asset. This is a program. This is what everyone needs to get into right now. Oops. Right? Whoa. You're not trading time for money. You're trading time for assets. Time for assets, guys. This is what you want to develop. Online courses, online teaching materials, online things that benefit people. It's not just... One of my clients who was a life coach, he told me the explanation really for it is that he only has a certain amount of time in a day that he can help people, better their lives. And so when you make an asset that anyone could watch from anywhere, not everyone could go to LA and train with Jordan, or go to LA and work with my life coach client Anthony, right? So you make it available so that you can help more people. Not everyone has the motivation to work out in fitness all the time. Not everyone has the motivation to get better at basketball. And these are some of the things that you need to make your brand about. And yeah, guys, I'm digressing hard from the overall point. Keyword planner, display planner, right? I want you guys doing homework. I want you guys setting up your channel. And I want you to connect LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, I want you to connect AdWords and YouTube. Just like this whole presentation I showed you guys, it's all in there. I want you guys doing research, either for your clients or for your own business. Who are the people I want to target? Who are the people I want to connect with? Who are the people I want to research? All right, guys, this is literally how you make your channel blow up, is spending the time to do it. For those of you wondering, at this time of writing, what do I have, 40 subscribers, right? It's just a mentality thing. When you grow a business, this gets into another concept, another topic. You got to scale appropriately, right? So as I built my team up, I stepped away from doing the client fulfillment, all the stuff I've been doing for them, and now it's time to actually implement the stuff myself. When I was working with Anthony, one of the funniest things he said was even being a life coach, you could tell people stuff to do, but it's really hard for the execution. And I found that to be true even as a digital marketing agency owner, making my own content for you guys, right? So that's one of the biggest things that holds people back is getting too much into the weeds of their business and not taking a step back so they can make the content. But whatever the situation or motivation is for you guys, I hope that this helps at least motivate you guys to see you can literally run free ads, free exposure, 30 seconds or less on YouTube, get your face out there, get your brand out there. And everyone should be doing it, but not that many people are going to start. So that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit me up. We'll see you guys next week in the Academy. You guys can find out more information about that on my blog. Peace out, guys.